Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to be doing a video on my thoughts for the sequel to the LEGO Marvel CMF that you can see behind me. Now, I think the CMF was amazing, but it really suffered from not having 16 characters, and I think a sequel is definitely needed. Now, the CMF that we got was based on 4 Disney Plus shows: Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, What If, and Loki. And my sequel series will also be based on only those 4 TV shows and will contain 12 minifigures along with a list of honorable mentions. Now, I'm not going to have Lego mock-ups or art drawings or anything for these minifigures because A, I'm not talented enough for the art drawings, and B, I don't have my Lego collection with me at college, so I can't make custom minifigures, although I will show off some of my What If customs because I made those, but other than that, no custom, sorry. Without further ado, let's jump on in. I'll show you my 12 picks for the LEGO Marvel Series 2, which we're definitely getting at some point. I just don't know what it's going to be, but this is what I would love to see. All right, so up first, we're going to have the TV show WandaVision. Now, from this show, I picked just 2 characters. The biggest one, and we really missed out, was Agatha Harkness. Now, I totally understand why we didn't get her, because with LEGO's history of leaking pictures and everything, I think it probably would have ruined the twist reveal that she was the villain if they had given her a spot in the series, and maybe even LEGO didn't know she was going to be this big of a character. But I think in this outfit, we definitely need her. The robes and the hair, it would be such an imposing and awesome minifigure. And also, the first series was drastically lacking in villains, and so we could really use the villain from this show. The other character from this show that I think we really need is going to be Quicksilver. Now, I know it's not technically Quicksilver, it's Ralph Bohner, but he played a kind of major role in the show, and it was Evan Peters. I think it'd be really nice to get a Quicksilver minifigure for those people like me who missed out on the other Quicksilver from the Age of Ultron movie, and it'd be cool to get him in this outfit, actually, with the comic book design, with the funky hair. And you could always replace that with like normal hair from the Everyone Is Awesome set if you wanted, or something like that. But I think it'd be really nice to get this Quicksilver minifigure simply because he's a cool character and we don't have him right now in LEGO, and I really want a Quicksilver. That sums it up for the WandaVision TV show, though. So let's move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And a no-brainer for all of you guys, I think. The first character number 3, is going to be John Walker's Captain America, U.S. agent. This character was excluded for some reason from the CMF. I don't know why. He was a really major part of the show and one of the main antagonists, I guess you could say. And his outfit also looks very, very nice. And I just think this would make such a great character. Now, I'm not sure if they would do this blue suit version from the main part of the show, or the black suit from the end when he actually became U.S. agent. So I think that's the suit he's going to be appearing in the MCU in the future with and everything. But I think we definitely need John Walker in LEGO form, and he'd be a great spot for the next CMF. Now, I only have one other pick from this series, and it's another no-brainer for me. Character number 4 is going to be Helmut Zemo. We did not get him back in Civil War. I don't know why. He was the main villain, and we did not get him here because he was a main player in this TV show. So I don't know what LEGO's doing sleeping on this character. But I think it'd be great. He could come with 2 heads, one with the purple mask and one with just a face print with some hair. Maybe like from this image right here. We definitely need this minifigure. And like I said, villains were surprisingly lacking. I mean, of the 4 characters we introduced, 3 of them are villains, so we definitely do need this character in LEGO form, I think. That sums it up for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Let's move on to Loki, and there are actually 3 characters in this series, from this show in this series. The first one is a little bland, but by far my favorite character. We need Mobius, without a doubt. Why do we not get him? I don't know. He's so funny and so cool, and he'd just be such a great character. You just give him a nice little jacket, kind of similar to maybe Fred and George's or Loki's, a nice hair print. It'd be great to get Owen Wilson. And his accessory could even be Miss Minutes. I'd love to get like a little print for her, maybe a new mold, some kind of build. It'd be really nice to have representation of her in LEGO form. Now, the other character I wanted to include is Hunter B-15. She played a rather pivotal role in the series. She was the first TVA agent we got introduced to, and then came back in the end as well and really kind of helped free Sylvie and kind of move the plot forward. And so she's a very pivotal and also interesting character. It'd be nice to get her with her helmet and then that armor, and then maybe some cool gadgets from the TVA. And you could also give the Miss Minutes accessory to her if we found something better for Mobius. Maybe you could give him a small jet ski build or something instead. Now, there's just one more character from this show that I wanted to include, and that's going to be He Who Remains, or I guess you could call him Kang the Conqueror. Now, this was a complete surprise, so I totally understand why LEGO didn't make this minifigure, but I think it's definitely about time we get him in LEGO form. The design looks amazing. I love the purple robes, and then just the design, the minifigure would look gorgeous, and it'd be really cool to get such a cool villain, and he's going to be in the future of the MCU for so long. So I have no doubt we'll get a variant of this minifigure at one point or another, but I think it'd be really cool to get this specific version, because I don't know if we're going to see him again. Maybe he'll pop up in Loki Season 2, who knows, but I would really love to get this specific version of that character. Now we're moving on to my favorite TV show, What If? Now I will admit, when Series 1 came out, I complained bitterly that we were getting so many characters from What If, and like no characters from anything else. And okay, I see why. What If really needs it, because there were so many cool characters, we're missing so many, so I did pick 5 from here. Now the first one, and this is a character we need desperately, is going to be Supreme Strange. He looks so cool, was such an important character, and we need to complete the Guardians of the Multiverse. And he looks so cool. Up on screen right now, you can see my custom version of Doctor Strange, and you'll be getting a full look at this minifigure when I do my custom What If series review. So take a look at that. That'll be up in a couple days. But just this character would be the coolest thing in the world to have. I'm not sure what skin tone they'd go for him, because he's kind of like pale and ghostly in some parts, but it'd be so cool to get this minifigure. Next, I think we definitely need Natasha Romanoff from the What If Ultron 1 episode, because wow, the design looks so cool with the armor and a different kind of hairpiece. The one I used for her only ever came in the One Incredible set, and that's what that looks like right there on screen. But I think she would just be such a good character to get, especially because, again, she was part of the Guardians of the Multiverse, and I would love to complete that team. The next character would have to be Party Thor for much the same reason. It's a basic Thor variant, I know, but it's got some different and unique printing. You can give him a Chris Hemsworth face with no facial hair, which would be very useful for customs and everything. It'd be nice to get the Luke Skywalker hair in a like light blonde, as opposed to like the dark blonde that everyone's using for customs and everything. It'd be nice to maybe get an upgraded piece for Mjolnir as well, or Jonathan, as Paul Rudd puts it. And maybe they'd finally do a different color for the handle than they do for the head. That'd be really cool. And then we just have 2 more characters from this series. Obviously, Killmonger. Now, I think we definitely need him in his Black Panther outfit, maybe holding a Ultron head as well, because that was one of his main accessories. And definitely give him a head, hair, and then the Black Panther mask. I would think that would be the best way to go, but I could also totally see Lego just doing him in this outfit, the one from the poster and everything that he appeared in his episode in. Either one I'd be fine with, because I can make a custom regardless, but I think we definitely need a new upgraded version of Killmonger, especially because we never really got a facial print for him, just a really basic one. And this is what my custom version of Killmonger looks like on screen. I'm really, really a fan of the way it turned out with all the printing and everything. I think we definitely need some version of this in the CMF. And now the last character, without a doubt, we need this minifigure. Infinite Ultron. Where is he? Where is he? He looks so cool. Like, absolutely amazing. He was such an amazing villain. I know, like, he's definitely coming back. The design was so cool. He was so imposing, and we need him in Lego form. The minifigure would look so cool, and it'd be just so great to get. I don't know why he wasn't included. We knew he was coming. Lego definitely could have done him instead of, like, Thanos Gamora, who got canceled, or Zombie Captain America, who kind of seems weak now that I'm looking at, like, all the choices they did, or maybe Zombie Hunter Peter Parker. We didn't really need a Spider-Man variant. Definitely could have gotten this guy instead, and he definitely has to make it. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what do you think of my top picks for the LEGO Marvel Series 2? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I think we definitely need all those what-if characters and all those villains. There's just so many great characters from these shows that we didn't get. I wish LEGO had given them more attention, maybe some sets and everything. I think a Series 2, to get all of them, would definitely be the way to go. Now, before I end this video, I want to give off some honorable mentions, because there were a bunch of characters that I ultimately thought about and didn't include. The first of which would be Wicked and Speed from WandaVision. They just didn't seem as interesting, and they were just kind of, like, they're going to show up again later. We'll get them at some point. It's like, they just weren't as pressing characters as, like, everyone else I included, so cut them. I also decided to cut Sharon Carter and Carly Morgenthau, both of which were important characters in Falcon the Winter Soldier, but ultimately weren't very interesting. They didn't have cool costumes, so they'd just be very basic and boring minifigures. From the Loki TV show, I considered doing Judge Renslayer. Decided against it because I wanted to include all the Guardians of the Multiverse, but she was very, very close to being in this series. I also wanted to include maybe some more Loki variants, like Kid Loki or Classic Loki. However, I ultimately decided against that because they weren't as major characters as the rest of the ones I did end up including. From What If, I have a lot of characters I considered. Literally, I considered every single character, and I almost put in the collector, the version of Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket, Zombie Iron Man, and Zombie Clint Barton. However, once I watched the finale, I scrapped all of those and brought in the rest of the Guardians. I originally started making this list before I finished What If, and after I finished it, I knew I had to change it. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what do you think of my honorable mentions? Do you wish any of them had been included over maybe a different character that I picked instead? Let me know. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm very excited to see what the future of the LEGO Marvel line has in store. I really hope at some point we get all of these minifigures, including my honorable mentions. So I think they all are great and definitely deserve their figures of their own. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've stuck it around this far, you are amazing. I'll catch you all in the very next video. Have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.